I started in a theater group as an actor when I was 16 years old, but I did it before as a student in school. And then I started on television when I was almost 21 till 22, in the middle of that. At that time, the television was not professional, was in hand of the university. It was not a commercial television. In Chile, they were only allowed the universities to own a television station.
What university?
The Catholic University, the Chilean University, the Catholic University from Valparaiso. Those were the first three stations. Then was allowed one station from the government, the fourth station. And after that, in 1992, they changed the law and they allowed people to do a commercial station. Today, I don't know how many networks we have, how many cables, like all over the world. When I came back, I went to the station and I spoke to the people there and I said, I know more television than everybody here because I was watching television during 2 years every night in the United States. I was living in New York. It's very difficult to convince somebody if you have no backgrounds of doing something, on stage or on radio. I had no backgrounds of that. After 1 year, I convinced the general manager, the president of the station, very small station, maybe we had at that time 60,000 viewers, 48 blocks around the station. That's it.
What station was that?
The Catholic University. I'm still working for the same station. They just changed the owner about 6 months ago, after this 50 years. Now it's a combination between the Catholic University and a very rich group in Chile, the Luxic family. They own now the rights to handle the station, but the Catholic University is still having 30% of the ownership. I knocked the door. I said that I watched television. After 1 year, I came with we were only engaged at that time, not married, with my wife, every day sitting there at 6 o'clock trying to get an opportunity. He never listened to me, but I came back every day, every day, every day. I told you at the beginning, perseverance. One day, he said, what do you want? I want to work here on television because I know most of the people that are working here. I was 2 years in New York. I watched every night. Then he said, okay, if you get a sponsor, I will give you an opportunity 1 hour on Sunday. How much? I said. He told me $5,000 per week. That was for Chile, at that time, a fortune. I went to one of the clothing factories, not clothing, a cloth factory, material factory, and I said, I have an opportunity for you. Sponsoring a show with me on television, but you know something about television? Oh yeah, I'm very good. I never had the opportunity. How much? He said. $5,000. He told me I can give you 500. I went back to the station and then I didn't wait. I knocked the door and I said, I have the sponsor. The guy told me, $5,000? No, 500. And I think that convinced him that I want to do that. And he gave me the opportunity and I started doing that. After 8 weeks, I was fired. And I can tell you that was one of my sad moments in my life.
Why were you fired?
Because they said that they believe that I'm not successful. But so many people, they called after me that they brought me back the next week, and I still there till that day. I start with another name. with the name Show Dominical, that means Sunday show. And after that, the next year, when they fired me, I forgot to tell you that when they fired me from Sunday, they put me on Saturday. But why on Saturday? Because the television at that time, the television was airing the programs from Sunday to Friday. Saturday was the day off. And they put me that day off. And I started with that 45 minutes. And that was very successful. And then they gave me 1.5 hours, then 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, till the 8 hours that I had for so many years that I cut to half when I came to the United States in 1986.